Coming up on Look Today, water levels at Moreau Lake State Park have dropped, and what's the cause? Plus, a new safety fund is initiated from the New York State Department of Agriculture. I've got the details. And GE has plans to clean up the pollution they're leaving behind in Fort Edward. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Hey, tonight's program we continue our 12 days of giving with an interview with Jackie Royal at Double H Ranch, and we talk with Aaron Ward from the MS Society to learn more about how we can give back to local causes this holiday season. Plus we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the declining water levels at Moreau Lake State Park have become a concern in the community. After several public inquiries, state park officials are seeking answers to this serious problem. The water level is now 4 feet below the norm, and possible causes for this include drought, beaver dams, and construction. A hydrological study will be conducted this winter to narrow it down and hopefully get the lake into swimming shape for the summer season. Now, in addition to Lake Moreau, the State Park Commission is making plans for their acquisition of land located atop the Palmertown Ridge. Now, the mostly wooded area contains Lake Bonita, which will provide additional swimming options. Now, although a parking lot will be built off Corinth Mountain Road, the public will have to hike to Lake Bonita for a refreshing dip. By restricting vehicle access, the state park is attempting to maintain the pristine atmosphere of this new lake area. Now, there will also be some camping areas, giving the community 1,000 new acres to explore this summer. Now, in the meantime, though, we're gathering more information about the water testing and the lake levels, and we're going to keep you informed as this story develops. Well, changing from news to weather, after another, you could say, unseasonably warm weekend, let's see how the week is shaping up. For the latest, we're going to head to our Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Well, back to the news. The New York Center for Agricultural Medicine and Health has announced the creation of the John May Safety Fund. Now, this morning at Turning Point Dairy in Saratoga Springs, the fund was established to raise awareness and enhance safety on New York State farms. Now, it's been known for some time that agriculture is recognized as one of the most dangerous industries to work in. Now, with a fatality rate 8 times higher than all industry rates, the safety at farms needs to be addressed. Well, we caught up with Richard Ball, the New York State Commissioner of Agriculture, to talk about the safety issues.
But every farmer in his life, anyone who deals with heavy equipment or livestock, has had a close call and realized that it was a close call. And so, as I said earlier, keeping safety on the farm and not making assumptions about the routine that you do every day, keeping that in the front of your head all the time is so critical.
Well, the New York Center for Agricultural Medicine and Health has been working for 25 years to provide safety services to the farming community. They're now in a position to partner up with the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets and New York Farm Bureau to promote grants and funds to the farmers. Now, these contributions will go towards safety projects and upgrades on farms located in New York. Well, in other news, now although GE is leaving Fort Edward, their presence will be felt long after they're gone. Now, the reason, the company will continue to lessen the effects their dredging operations has left behind. The biggest issue is TCE. Now, this is a toxic industrial solvent that spread into neighborhoods nearby. Several homes were found to have TCE fumes, and the company is required to install ventilation systems in those homes and businesses. Now, although many homeowners affected are furious about the problem, GE will maintain its TCE ventilation systems long after their departure. Now, the systems pull vapors out of the residents' basements and vent them to the outdoors. The Department of Environmental Conservation believes the vapor then disperses before it can be harmful to any individuals or the environment at large. Now, in agreement with GE, DEC officials require them to offer ventilation systems to anyone moving into the area. This, together with other key pollution efforts, will keep GE working in the Fort Edward area for many years to come, and that's good news. Now, a follow-up on the news of the winners of the Upstate Revitalization Initiative. Now, as we reported last week, the Capital Region, including the North Country, was not awarded the $1.5 billion. However, in additional competition, we were awarded $98.1 million in state economic development money. Now, I've spoken with Ed Bartholomew, EDC president of Warren County, and Ed told me the following. The city is prepared to be moving ahead with continued downtown revitalization. We are confident that with the city's plan that was submitted, Glens Falls is optimistic that the city will receive favorable support from Governor Cuomo. Now, I'm going to be sitting down with Ed Bartholomew this week sometime to discuss these plans further. And another update, Tom McMesnick is the 82-year-old hunter who disappeared in November up in Horicon. The State Forest Rangers are continuing to search the woods for him. In the mild weather and lack of snow has allowed rangers to have continued access to remote woodlands and even check new areas as well. Rangers and trained search dogs will continue to look as long as the weather conditions allow. And lastly, tonight, there was an event at the Six Flags Great Escape Lodge in Lake George. It's sponsored by the Tri-County United Way. It's the 4th annual community holiday dinner. It includes an elegant meal, special gifts, and you could say lots of holiday spirit. Now, we've got a reporter up there, and we'll give you a full report tomorrow night in our newscast. Still to come, an interview with Jackie Royal from Double H Ranch, where she talks about what we can do to keep the ranch a fun and educational escape for children with serious illnesses. Great interview. Plus, we speak to Aaron Ward with the MS Society about the disease and how it affects so many people in our community. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, or join us for an interview, give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.